Hello, so Obour, what made you decide to vie for the presidency for MUSIGA?
Currently, I'm the youth organizer of MUSIGA, and being in the union and seeing the problems that are in the union and the difficulties that musicians go through, and being a musician and also experiencing these difficulties, and considering visions that I have for this industry, I felt and know that if I am bold enough to take up that challenge of its leadership, I can actually work hard to transfer what I've done in my individual career into my music union. You know, because serving under Madam Diana Hobson for 4 years has eliminated me into seeing the core problems of our union. And I feel it's only when you know the problems of the union, that's when you can solve that you can find solutions for the union. So I have seen the problems and I have thought of the solution and I've gotten the solutions. So it's just left with the mandate to be given a chance to put them into practice, and that is why I'm aiming so high for this position.
And your sort of like motto for the campaign is going to be Ejumapa.
Yeah, it's Ejumapa.
Can you explain that?
I'm calling it Ejumapa because Ejumapa is acronyms for the things that I've seen that when I put in place, it will solve the problems of musicians. And so A stands for achievement, as in A stands for an accountable administration, J stands for job creation, U stands for uniting musicians, M stands for music business education, another A stands for aging musicians welfare, and then there's P, which is pushing for policies that would impact positively on the lives of musicians, and then the last A is achieving our goal, which is rebranding MUSIGA to make it attractive to members, lucrative to industry players, and then the country as a whole. You know, with these concepts, I put them into my 4-year development plan, and by these tactics, the problems of the industry will not be solved entirely, but we'll be on our way of salvaging the music industry.
When we look at the other 3 people who are vying for the same position, they're quite old, and we come from a system where we tend to give respect to the old and think they're capable of doing everything. Do you see that challenge, and do you think you can beat those old people?
I believe strongly. I mean, at my luncheon, Rex Omar was there, A.B. Quentin was there, and these are older musicians who believe in me. They have seen my works, followed my paths, and think that I do things rightly. I mean, I believe strongly that departing from the old is not the right thing, but I am not departing from the old. I would work very closely with the old people because I believe it's easier for the old people to advise the young people than the young people advising the old people. So I think it's better for a younger person to be in affairs so that we can have an older advisory board or council of state like it is in government, you know, where they advise the president on with their experience. But the president should be someone who's energetic, ready to work, able to work, can do the long hours, you know, just for the sake of the union.
Thank you very much and good luck, Obour.
Thank you, my brother.